If he goes to the third match, it's 2 points
and one
point. Exactly.
And of course, if you are going to lose, you do want that 1 point, because you would go into the third day of competition with a chance of moving to 4, and you could see a tie.
Exactly.
Potentially you could see a tie. That is one of the scenarios when you have a tie. It would be head-to-head. We have plenty of time to talk about what would happen should teams tie in the group standings.
So basically, the Toronto Polar Bears know that they've got at least 1 point from this meeting with the Arkansas Matrix, so they've now got 4 in the table. If they win this match, they'd shoot up to 6.
For a few minutes, this game will commence. Just to remind viewers of those results on the opening day of competition. Miami Padel Club, Toronto Polar Bears, Flow Rider Goats and New York Atlantics all winning their matches 2-0, all taking that maximum 3 points.
Exactly. I think this is going to be another close match. We saw yesterday, we saw Gonzalo Rubio, obviously with Mario Castillo. Certainly at the start, put up some pretty stiff resistance against the Super Pibes, the Neno and Stupacuk, but Coque Neto and Javier Barahona obviously not quite as good as those two, but still very tough rivals. I think this is going to be really close. I think we're going to see some pretty spectacular, rapid paddle.
Where it is a speedy court. We saw Gonzalo Rubio. Some big winners. They are ranked number 34 in the world. He's 33 years old. He's from Spain. One of the best víboras on the circuit. And as for Coque Nieto, those wondering, his name is actually Jorge, but everyone, I think even his family, calls him Coque.
Inigo Joffre, who is partner for Gonzalo Rubio, well, he's normally plays alongside Juan Tello, who used to obviously partner Chingoto. There's lots of sort of, it's like a soap opera really, isn't it, the way people can change partners here. He's coming here after getting to the quarterfinals in the Premier Paddle in Kuwait, so he's coming here in a really good form. He's going to be playing with Rubio, so I think they've actually just stepped up. This pairing is a little higher than the one that the Arkansas Matrix could put out yesterday. It's just a little bit better.
Well, Mario Castillo is 76th in the world. Joffre has climbed to number 41. He's 24 years old, but he's a late bloomer. His first tournament was back in 2021. He's not been playing professional paddle for very long, just 3 years.
So it's going to be, I think it's going to be really close. I don't see a clear favourite. I know you sort of fancy Coque Nieto and Javier Barahona, but
I was really impressed. I was really impressed with how they played on game day 1.
Yeah, I was impressed by Rubio though, so I'm keeping my cards close to my chest. But if Arkansas Matrix lose...
Well, they weren't tested in that win. It ended 6-1, 6-1. They are definitely in for a much sterner test here today.
Play.
Okay, well, it's going to be Javier Barahona to get us underway. Left-handed player, always an advantage. And he hits the ball hard.
I mean, the power he generates. Side on, racket back, just bullet smash.
Well, he's ranked 37th.
But again, we were talking about this yesterday. If those at home wondered what we said yesterday, we said many things. But one of the things are, when players are ranked lower, when it comes to the draws, if you're ranked 32nd or below, you're playing seed number 1 in the last 32.
Exactly.
So it's very difficult to progress, and it's not easy to climb up that ranking.
Well, it might be a bit chillier on court today, but it doesn't look as if the court's slowed down, has it? Once again, he got plenty of height on that smash. Steady love. Koke saying...
He didn't see it. He was not too sure if it was a bad shot in that, if they've won the point or not. Now, normally the umpire just lets the players discuss it, and if they can't agree, then it's the umpire who makes a call, because obviously the umpire isn't going to change the ruling on the court. He's leaving it. Let's see. Didn't see it. No,
Koke saying I couldn't see.
Let.
So he plays a let.
Plays a let.
We don't have a video. Sometimes
call.
some tournaments have videos. We don't have the video here, so, and I don't see how the umpire can really make a good call from where he's sat.
And all 4 players are okay with the point being played again.
Yeah, that's cool. Oof.
That's another huge
winds it up, doesn't he?
kick on that top spin smash.
40 love.
Tell you what, those Adidas can have their work cut out. They did yesterday in those last 2 matches. We saw, I lost count. I was tracking all the smashes, almost into 3 figures.
Koke Nieto normally plays with John Sands. Nice balance there. John Sands, we'll see him later on with Tapia. Okay, let's go. Off you go and serve.
Of course, for Inigo Joffre, it's his first taste of action on this court. The other 3 players all involved on match day 1.
You might have the advantage of being really fresh. The others, of course, have all played on this surface before.
But you know, it sometimes just takes a few games to adjust to new surroundings.
50 love.
But there can be no excuses. I mean, the court is in perfect condition. The lighting is superb. It's an incredible venue, and this venue looks even better. Late evening after 4:30, when the sun goes down and the lights come on.
You're already looking forward to the sun going down, aren't you? Just flicks off the top of the net.
It's beautiful. It's such a great venue. And stay with us throughout the day. We're going to be here for all the matches at the Dougal Greenhouse.
30-15.
Just into the net there from Gonzalo Rubio. I don't think that's going.
Quite clear the side fence. Rubio.
Oh my word.
Brilliant! What a point!
I think it just took too long. Why didn't he get back on court there, Koke?
Amazing that a fake smash won that point. Like the softest as smash as possible. There were some incredible shots in this rally.
Let's have a look at this.
This here, through the door, with the side spin, the recovery, the reflexes. And he was not too sure if there was going to be another smash, so he was waiting there just in case he had to pop out of that door once more.
Just stick his arm out. Another thing of the novelties of paddle is that you do have that opening on either side of the side of the net, and you can go out and play the ball from outside of the court if you're capable of getting through.
When I was first told that, I thought that's impossible. How can you run out, not run into anything, make it through with the racket still in your hand, and return the shot? We just saw an example now. So it's been busy today, the net, hasn't it?
It has indeed.
In the first match,
coming for a bit of punishment, hasn't it?
Yeah, there were so many shots that hit the tape. Now, of course, if it's hit with topspin, more often than not, it will spin over the net. But very few shots are hit with topspin here. It's a lot of slice, quite a few flat ground strokes also.
Yeah, you can't really do a great deal with that. Barona smacks that one down. Gonzalo Rubio does well to get a racket on it, but obviously can't control that.
I was
So,
moving in the wrong direction also, you could see. Slightly moved too far in the wrong direction. So yeah, good game. 3 good service games so far.
yeah. This is a sort of match, I reckon, that could end up something like 6-4, 6-4, easily, with not too many breaks.
But we've seen quite a few matches that should have ended 6-4, 6-4. They've been 6-2, 6-1,
Yeah.
6-3, 6-1, because obviously when games go to juice and you have that golden point, we've seen teams win 5 or 6 out of 7, and suddenly, you know,
Yeah.
instead of being 3-2, you've lost a set 6-1. There. Okay. If they play better than us, they'll beat us, you know, perhaps. But if we don't make any mistakes, we will win.
Yeah. And Koke doesn't tend to make many mistakes.
I think he and Chingotto are probably the 2 most consistent players. But what we did see from Fede Chingotto yesterday was an attacking version, much more attacking version than what we'd seen the previous years.
We'll be seeing Fede Chingotto in our next pairing, which will see the Houston Volts against the New York Atlantics. Okay, so Nico Joffre serving.
$50 love.
Hang on a second. Ball just...
Yeah, the ball can either be in a pocket or tucked up right against the post and net. Otherwise, of course, it'll be very dangerous. If you are playing, never leave a ball anywhere on the court, because if you step on it,
You break your ankle, isn't it?
You break your ankle. You know, you might sprain your ankle, but yeah, you can do a lot worse. So definitely balls in a pocket or there up by the net.
30 love, by the way, after that winner from Gonzalo Rubio. Oof. And as we were saying, the court does come in for a bit of punishment.
Standing up well. There's
30-15.
court. Big fan of this black playing surface. I mean, we've seen, I think, every colour under the sun used, apart from, of course,
Green.
no, well, green. Obviously, you change the colour of the ball, but I mean, it's just black looks great. The surrounding looks great. The graphic line also is fitting with the colours we see here on court, and you can really see that green ball.
30 all.
Just hits that backhand into the net there, Gonzalo Rubio. Little conference taking place ahead of this point. Whoa. Once again, he unleashes one.
Yeah,
I think
brings
that's,
it home once more.
is that 5 smashes he's hit already?
30-40.
So 2 break points, chance to go 3-1
can
up.
see, didn't even have to move back. Barona, it was a really short lob, if you can call that a lob. Lacked height, lacked depth. In the end, an easy smash for Barona. Touch the net.
Deuce, golden point. Jorge Nieto to receive.
Golden point. Huge one here. Might see the first break of this opening set.
There it is.
There's another one.
Does he hit the net?
Ooh.
The umpire was perfectly
Well,
positioned.
According to the umpire,
Must have hit the net.
I need to see this one again. Let's see. Wait, let's see it again.
Yeah, does he just catch it there with his elbow? What?
Oh, I mean, obviously, the umpire does have a great view. I mean, he's there. He would have spotted it. Otherwise, he wouldn't have called it. If he was in doubt,
does he hit
it
it just before the shot, is what I'm thinking.
Difficult to see, but obviously not too many complaints, if any. So we're tied again at 2-2.
50 love.
And it's Barona serving again.
Nice. Contra pared again. And he brings it back again. And that was a big smash. He was behind the service line, Barona. He's hitting the ball so sweetly in these opening 4 games.
Lovely change of angle there
just
from
darts
Koke.
off the fence. Also, if you can get that volley to hit the fence like a flat volley or slice downwards, it normally goes down.
Stayed really low there, so 3-2 as we go into our second break. So far, everything going with serve. They were really close to the break in that previous game, though.
Well, just start being así. Yeah, what we've been saying is, what we're doing now is really good. When they're, hitting those really short lobs, we're capitalising, we're doing really well. We're not making any unforced errors. They're playing well, but he's saying that we should be leading by more than just the one game, because they have played better, but it is still with serve. They've won more points than their opponents. The games where they've not been serving, they've gone to the golden point. They've taken, or either gone up to 30.
Well, they've been serving up to love. I think he said something about that point as well, where it was given against him for touching the net.
See it, because it's one of those ones that even like a baggy t-shirt, you might not actually physically feel that contact. Because obviously, if it's your elbow, it's your knee, you've touched the net. But if it's the clothing you're wearing, which the t-shirt as he comes down grazed the net, then yes, you lose that point.
But I suppose it's an argument against wearing a baggy t-shirt.
Yeah, I mean,
but you do like that extra little bit of, obviously, that little bit of mobility.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't quite get there, Koke. 15 love.
It's another close one there.
50 love.
Koke. Nieto.
Wait.
Movement off course.
Yeah, I think they're just swapping the camera battery down on the side.
Speaking about battery, that was pretty serious battery there. 30 love. Right on the line.
This time couldn't quite catch it cleanly. Barona.
Ooh,
and then Nieto.
Just long there from Koke.
A mistake. Looking for the switch. That is a really tough shot, because the easier shot and the shot that most players play is back down the line. Because also, you're out of position if you're hitting to the player cross court.
Yep.
You can hit it back down the line. You've got a lot of ground to recover.
He was in the air as well, so I don't think he'd ever got anywhere near. But they're very quickly served out again. 3 games all. We've had 6 games, just 24 minutes gone in this match. It's second of our opening tie between the Toronto Polar Bears and the Arkansas Matrix. Teams looking to get a place in the semi-finals of our Pro Padel League Cities Cup. So opening match today. Coming back from a set down, Victoria Iglesias and Marina Guinalt
50 love.
to beat Patti Jaguna and Araceli Martinez 1-6, 6-3, and then 10-6 in a super tiebreak.
We're seeing a backhand serve. Don't see many of those. Players always try the backhand on the first serve. If they fail to get that ball in, they always revert to the normal forehand for the serve.
Oof. Tight into that corner again from
30
Koken.
love.
30 love.
That's a really good hit. That's
Yeah.
so deep, bit of a risk. It
40
just,
love.
you know, picked up speed as it came off the glass wall.
It's one of those where we're sat, which is at the top left of your screen, actually. It's hard to see, isn't it, if it's in or out. That was in. And that is another game served out to Love.
Yeah, another Love game. 4-3 with serve. Just that golden point we had early on in this set. And it's been quick. Already 7 games in under half an hour. Flying through this opening set. Paul was saying that he expected a 1 break first set and a 1 break second set. Probably 6-4, 6-4. I mean, there's very little to choose between these players so far in this match.
It's been very fine margins, hasn't it? It's been very fine margins. Probably by the margin of Javi Marona's T-shirt, because that would have been a break.
That would have been the break they probably deserve. But now Joffre has the task of tying this opening set 4-4. He'll be serving. Players re-enter this center court. Been really successful. His second Pro Padel League season. Started back in April with those 2 events in Miami, then San Diego. And now here, Brooklyn, New York, for the season finale. The Cities Cup. Second match has been an entertaining one.
It has indeed. It says it's our second day of group matches. We've got another day tomorrow. Then we've got our semi-finals on Friday, where we'll have a special guest with us as well. And our final on Saturday. Who knows what surprises they'll have in store. Yeah, it's Inigo Joffre serving again. Lovely little wrist action there from Barahona. And this is a dangerous game. There's always the sort of the 8th, isn't it? It's one of those, if you get broken.
You want to serve in the opening set, you want to win your service games, of course. And if both teams win their service games, you get to a 4-3 scenario where if you break, you're serving for the set. Second time he's used that fake smash, and he's used it well. Rubio.
Yep, once again under a little bit of pressure. On a love 15, if that got to love 30, we'd have started to think, ooh, here the door is just starting to open.
You can see he's definitely working as a coach, using that coaching ability he has. He's a fully qualified coach, Gonzalo Rubio, Was using it yesterday with Mario del Castillo, and again with the less experienced Íñigo Joffre.
So 30-15.
Another really powerful smash. Another, I mean, they played that point really well, really well.
Just as it looked as well, didn't it, as if Joffre and Rubio were going to get the net.
But they played really well. They were both at the net, but then there was that one approach shot that sent Joffre back 2 or 3 steps, and then they lost the onus in that point. They were on the back foot, and Barona, I think, has missed one smash. And one smash only.
Such a big hitter. That's a good serve. Wow, they've forced the break point.
30-40.
Under real pressure in this opening set now. Rubio and Joffre.
2 bites at this for Barona and Coque Nieto.
Net first serve.
You what?
Oh, incredible shot.
Toronto lead 5-3.
What a way to break, Paul.
My word. It is always spectacular, isn't it, when somebody produces a winner like that from out of court. He read it really well.
And then just drilled it back into play.
And to be fair, Rubio nearly saves it.
But both players were close, look.
Because it kicks up, it gives him a chance.
It was slightly behind Joffre. Now serving for the first set.
That's what we're saying, just that one break could be absolutely decisive in this match.
Net first serve.
I'm surprised he got that one back.
I mean, how deep was he when he hit that?
He was in the corner. No room to maneuver. But that's because confidence is sky high.
And look where he is. I mean, he's about 2 paces behind the service line. 30 love. Both staying back.
I mean, it's just...
40 love.
I mean, he's up against Gonzalo Rubio on that occasion. He goes cross-court, and still he just pummeled that ball so hard. I mean, the power. I mean, today, I've not seen him hit the shots like that, I think, in any match. He's been excellent. That is just in, waiting for the umpire to call.
Just as a little
Call
look
it
at
late
that.
there, call it late. What, I mean,
6-3.
6-3. I mean, it's been a real business-like performance. They've not been under any threat when they've served, and they've come close to breaking on 3 occasions.
Yeah, 33 minutes for that opening set. But it's what we're saying, it was tight, 1 break, and that was decisive.
Watching Barona, I mean, it was like, well, as soon as that ball bounces anywhere above his head, from what we've seen today, you know he's going to hit it hard, and you know more often than not, he's missed 1. I think it's 1 of 13 in total, which is incredible at this level. And that final shot ball was out of this world.
The one from behind, right, like literally the back of the court.
And it was in the corner. And also, from that position, it's easier to hit that smash cross-court. his body was shaped to hit it cross court. He opened up and then swiveled, point of contact, down the line and brought it back over to his side of the court. We've seen some tremendous smashes. Of all the smashes, that would be my choice. I rarely get it right, but that would be my choice right now after this opening set.
If you're the editor, you have it. You have the smash of the match, the added smash of the match from the first set, because that means you can sort of say thank you very much. All done and dusted.
You could have a Barona section. You know, just get 10, top 10 Barona smashes of his matches. Now, with Coqui Nieto making 0 mistakes, I think 1 in total, but 0. You know, that's his style of playing. Consistent. And with Barona putting away shot after shot, it's not that Joffre has played badly or Rubio. They've just been outplayed. There's not much more they could do. They've just been outplayed.
To serve renewals.
So it's Gonzalo Rubio serving left-handed, new balls. Called a fault on it. What they have to do, though, Rubio and Joffre, is just keep it together now, because, see, obviously yesterday they were playing Stupa and Deneno, the Super Pibes, but it fell apart a little bit for him and Del Castillo in the second set. Just needs to keep in this match.
The thing is, they're not making, it's not like in previous matches where you've seen players make several unforced errors.
Yeah.
They're not making unforced errors, but they need to raise their game and they need to win shots. They need to somehow keep Nieto and Barona behind the service line, because we've seen hit winners from there. We've seen hit winners there, but if you can keep them, then you might be able to get to that net, because if they're at the net, they can win points.
A little bit careless there from Gonzalo Rubio.
15-30.
You said you don't want to start off being broken.
No, especially with how well both Nieto and Barona have been serving.
Fall.
You can hit one, though.
Much needed, much needed.
30-all.
That ball has disappeared. It's gone, I'll get it back. Tees himself up really well. And there, for a second, I thought it might be a fake smash again. He's hit 2 so far. Rubio.
That's a little bit long there from Javier.
Good call there from Rubio. I think Joffre would have left it anyway, but it's always good if your doubles partner gives you that shout. It's going out, leave it, déjalo.
Well, yeah, but once again, though, it's another one. Maybe we're just moving back, just a bit off balance. Golden point.
Jorge Nieto to receive. Game,
They needed that one, didn't they? If that had gone against them, then you really start to think that the momentum's moving against you.
Oh, Barona with a rare mistake. Hasn't put a foot wrong so far in this match, but on that occasion, Javier Barona sending it straight into the wall. So now, Rubio and Joffre, well, they've got to try and hold on to the service game and, of course, break. And they haven't come close to breaking Barona or Nieto yet. I mean, they've been serving really well.
It's just one of these things, though, isn't it, that you just need one game where it goes your way.
Oh, you can lose games to love, but if you win that one game, it could be in a golden point. You've got to take that advantage because of the balance of play. Barona and Nieto are going to get in that situation a lot more than Joffre and Rubio, but I'm sure they will get one chance at least to break. They've got to take it.
The thing is, he's serving so well, isn't he? I mean, quick, it's angled. All he could do is get it back. By which time, Koke stepped forward to take the point. 15-love.
It's another incredible serve. He's hitting that corner deep.
Once again.
And Nieto joining on the
30.
act. Doesn't get credit for his hitting also, because obviously he plays alongside somebody like Barona, who grabs all the headlines, but he needs somebody like Nieto alongside him, you know, to work those openings, and then you've got Barona there to hit the winner.
He's got enough on those, hasn't he, though? I mean, he's also got an excellent vibra. Well, that's not a bad hit. 40-15, got a bit lucky there.
That died, hit the net and died.
40-15.
Really set to receive that, wasn't he?
That was a cushion volley.
Give
That was it.
Toronto.
He just put his racket there
Wang in
and
wall.
guided it to the side, into the fence. Again, not about power. Very rarely
You
is it
opposite
about
serve.
power, unless you're Barona. But we saw earlier as well in the first game, the women's game, lots of deft touches winning points. We've seen fake smashes winning points also. It's not always the most powerful shot that wins the rally.
That's what we're saying once again. Barona and Nieto just racing through the service game. That's just gone.
It's gone wide.
All 15.
Now, Inuit Joffre has struggled on his service games. They've been dropping the vast majority of points when they do drop points on their service game.
Well played, though, by Gonzalo Rubio. They just stretching right at the limit there, Barona. Couldn't quite get the power he was looking for.
And also, the winner has to be a sliced shot, so it doesn't bounce and come back to life off the glass wall. It just dies straight after that first bounce. Too short, too short. Too short, and you can just see, if you get a replay,
the effect of the glass.
And also, it'd be so good just to see how Rubio readjusted to be side on for that shot. You can see there, because that gives him the angle to flap it down, for it to bounce and go out over that 3-meter side wall.
Gets a lot of power on it from that angle as well, doesn't he? So 30-15. 30-all.
Well, straight away, Rubio apologized. Before the point was over,
30-all.
he just said, "Sacado corto."
Yep.
It's short, it's short. It's a bad shot.
It's what you're saying, you know, they're having to work to hold serve every game, aren't they? That's a good serve.
They're not coming easily. Looking at Barona's service games and Nieto's service games, they're being 1-love to 15.
Well played that time, though.
40-30.
Yeah, that. You know that Rubio's going to put it away from there. Good lob.
Opting for the lob return.
It's a good return as
Rubio.
well from Rubio.
A good lob to transition defense into offense.
Great
Incredible.
reactions.
He may. I mean, that's what you need to do. You've got to run. You've got to run forward. Hopefully, the ball doesn't hit you, and then you capitalise on that position by the net, and you can hit the winner. Great team. I mean, they're the two players embracing. I mean, no intent, no malice. Still hurts.
To receive.
Oh, I got him on the thigh, just on the back of the hamstring. So golden point again. Can they take this chance? Nieto and Barona. Great serve under pressure. Opts for a bandeja.
Wow. Unhappy. He was there. It wasn't an easy shot. It was straight at him. But that kind of block volley is one you would expect Barona to return.
So both of those service games have gone to goal points, but the thing is they've held them, so it means that they're in there fighting still.
They're having to work hard to win their service games. They've not been able to really test Barona or Nieto when they serve. Let's hear what the trainer has to say. Yeah, I mean, what we were saying, Paul, the fact that Rubio is saying, estamos muy atrás. We are too far back. We have to try and get further forward. Rubio is saying, of course, my best shot would be perhaps the Biura, the smash. If we can get into those positions out on the court where I can execute those shots, then we might be able to be on top of points.
The question is getting into those positions,
because there are two players that are playing against you who are stopping you getting to net because they're getting there. And we've seen, we've seen times when all four players have been at the net. You had that pinball where volley, 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 and still in those exchanges, Coquinieto and Barona are coming out on top.
Jorge Nieto to serve.
Okay, it's Coquinieto to serve again. 2-1 the trail in the second set. Everything going with serve so far, but one set to love to the good. Looking to book the Toronto Polar Bears' place in the semi-finals of the Cities Cup.
6 points, the first team on 6 points.
Low 15.
Well anticipated there. It's a bit lucky actually because Inigo Joffrey tries to hit that but fails to. It's again that backhand serve. And once again Barahona gets the chance.
15-all.
Nails it. 15-all.
Tough shot there up against the glass.
I say you need to get forward, but it's not that easy, is it?
No, they're keeping you back behind the service line. You get forward. Again, Barona and Coqui standing strong at the net, and that put away. And just want to quickly highlight one of the shots we saw from Coquinieto, which just goes to show why he's one of the cleverest players out on the court, was he was up against the glass, couldn't bring his racket back because there's no room, yet he still finds a really clever defensive shot that can turn into an offensive shot.
30-15.
Do you imagine Coquinieto playing alongside Chingoto? Those rallies would be eternal because the two most talented players on defense, I think, on the circuit.
30-all, though, still a little bit of
work to be done. It's the closest they've come so far. Or what reflexes?
Somehow in, and now all of a sudden...
Now an opportunity.
30-40.
And all of a sudden, they have 2 break points.
They've not come close at any time, at any point in this match. But here, they have not just one, but 2 chances to take a 3-1 lead.
It's that defending at the back of the court there by Joffrey. I don't know how he managed to control that.
It was an unbelievable return.
Oof. Well, that
Even for a
was
second,
centimetres away, wasn't
because
it?
when you dart across, sometimes you don't know if you've actually touched the ball or not, because the air passes. You kind of feel you graze and he looked around to see, did I get there? And I got a shake of the head from his doubles partner.
Sorry, but no.
Good effort, but no. It was a great effort, but no.
So, golden point. Oof. Well, this time it was Koke who had to work hard.
Yeah, battled back from 2. Yeah, it just grazed, you can see there. It just grazed. There was contact, apologies there.
But it was, to be fair, it was Gonzalo Rubio moving towards it almost as much as Koke aiming at him. He certainly wasn't aiming
for
at him.
that shot. A well-played shot. I think Rubio will be disappointed. He couldn't get out of the way.
So,
oh,
doesn't read that. If he'd have read that Barona, it would have been love 15. As it is, it's 15 love.
There we saw Barona attempt to head out, realise it wasn't, got a shout from his teammate. No, back in again.
But he wasn't quite really in the right place.
And of course there, what we saw was Coquinito drift across to the centre to cover the area that Barona had vacated. And often you see players playing on a string, so you kind of shift to one side. If a player goes out wide, the players are in the middle. Try to cover as much of the court as possible. Got to be on the same page as your doubles partner, which is why sometimes we saw in the previous match when one player kind of attacks the net. So you saw Guinart, for example, alongside Iglesias, kind of stay back and get punished.
Well played. Just a little bit long. Great reactions, though. He has got really good reactions, Gonzalo Rubio, eh?
Yeah, really quick. I mean, those reflexes up there with the best.
Ooh, another one of those that is so teasingly close.
Really good to see Inigo Joffre hit one of those smashes. He does have that smash in his game, but of course alongside somebody like Gonzalo Rubio, your job is to be slightly more defensive. This is Rubio who takes over the main shots. Of course, he's also left-handed, and most of the shots, if not all the shots down the middle, will be hit by Rubio, like that one there, for example.
Well, he's kept it alive, but he's... Well...
Oh, great recovery. No!
I was going to say kept it alive, but he's in no man's land, but... 3-2, another break.
That's where we saw, if a player is kind of like in movement, if you do hit the ball at the player in movement, you will win the point more times than you won't win the point. That's what we saw there from Inigo Joffre. Watch here. Maybe could have got slightly more height. And this shot here, there, coming up now, in movement, straight at the player. Because he doesn't have time, he's not set, he's not set, he's not in position.
Can't get his racket in the right place.
So, with serve in this second set. But he's saying as well, Barona isn't afraid, of course, to hit those smashes. But he's saying what we have done, we've seen these transitions, quick transitions, where suddenly we were able to switch being on the defending end to the attacking end. And we need to see more of those quick transitions.
I think these two will be reasonably happy with the last couple of games, even though they lost one of them, but they had their first chance, didn't they? So they'll be thinking, well, maybe now it's our turn to put a bit of pressure on Barahona.
Well, we're seeing this set almost reverse from the first set, where Barahona and Nieto missed a golden point opportunity. These players had 2 break points, failed to win either, and they are playing very well. They played very well in the first set, slightly better in the second set. They lead 3-2. Another big smash.
And once again, he was really, really deep.
The way he arches his back and just lets fly. I mean, his technique is second to none. Barahona.
15-all.
I mean, that was a bullet smash earlier. But it's 15-all. On his first few service games to love. Dropping a few more points in his second set.
Ah, that's a lovely little.
It's one of my favourite shots.
Oh,
one of my favourites because you hit a proper smash, you might not win the point. You might not win the point with a big smash.
Yep.
Oh, that
40-15.
was, I mean, the word isn't lazy because the players aren't lazy, but that was almost like the racket's
shot.
not coming back far enough, not enough intent.
Ah, it's a nice shot from Koke.
Oh,
well controlled.
Wonderful. A one-to-one to just basically get that ball back, stay in the point.
And brilliant survival. Really, really good work. They looked as if they were out for the count there, didn't they, on a couple of occasions?
It was all about just staying alive, just staying in the point.
Ooh, second serve.
Los dos being told by Nieto that both players have come forward. Wonderful pick up and again.
And again. Yeah, they got the net, didn't they? They got the net and they were able to.
Golden point.
That transition, we're seeing 2 players playing a much more attacking brand of paddle in this second set.
But they did say, didn't they? We've got to try and get forward a little bit more. That's what they did. So another chance to break. Good serve. Ooh, just clips the net there, Koke. And batters it in again.
You've got to feel for Rubio and Joffre because
they've upped again.
This set they played brilliantly, and whereas perhaps Barahona and Nieto deserved to win that first set, perhaps 6-1 with another break, these guys are probably fortunate that it's 3-3. They faced 3 break points and they've won all 3.
It's interesting how the balance has swung a little bit because the first 2 service games from Rubio and Joffre, they needed the goal points to cling on. Last 2 service games for Barahona and Nieto, they've needed goal points. I think that'll tell us something. There's been a lot of goal points. It is Joffre serving now.
Well, putting in the mileage, Rubio.
Oh, well played.
And Joffre hit the winner, but he points at his doubles partner because all the work, the fact they were still in that point, thanks to Gonzalo Rubio.
That's what you're saying about putting in the mileage. We're just approaching the hour 59 minutes. These four will be going at it hammer and tongs. So, you know, tiredness might just start to be a factor, especially for Rubio, who played last night. Joffre maybe not.
Yeah,
not
Joffre is obviously of the players out there, the fresher. But again, Barona and Nieto weren't really tested in their opening match. Wouldn't say it was a walk in the park. Probably of all the men's doubles games we saw on the opening day, probably the easiest win.
Yeah.
Well, they still, of course, had to play 2 sets, but it was 6-1, 6-1.
Once again, Barona anticipating getting out of court, didn't go out. 40-15.
This roles reversed in the second set. Now it's Rubio and Joffre winning their service games quite easily. Haven't won this one yet, but it's 40-15.
Yep.
And it's Barona and Nieto struggling to hang on to their serves. Guinart, Iglesias making all the noise there. Over on the Toronto Polar Bears bench.
If we did need a third match, by the way, it would be Marina Guinart and Coque Nieto in the mixed for Toronto, and Gonzalo Rubio and Pati Jaguno for the Arkansas Matrix. Oh, it just went long.
Just sailed out with serve. Now, Rubio and Joffre are in a similar situation now. Huge game when they return. They break 5-3, serving for the second set.
I think now is the moment that they go and say, look, we just give it everything to try and break this game.
Rubio saying that we're seeing Barona hit less winners. He's not playing at the same level as he was, which was incredible. The paddle he played in the first set.
Time.
Right, another really key game here. Nieto to serve, struggled on his last service game, needed a goal point to cling on. If Rubio and Joffre can break, they would have the chance to serve
Jorge Nieto to serve.
for the set.
They need a decent service game. Nieto and Barona.
Just to maybe just swing that balance back in their direction.
Another big hit.
Yeah.
From the 24-year-old.
15-all.
Was a tennis player before opting to switch to paddle. So those, of course, watching, you know, you don't have to start when you're 6 years old. There are a lot of players that have started at a young age, players that have made their debut at just 14 on the paddle tour circuit. But even players who are 21, 22, just taking up the sport for the first time. It's easy to learn, slightly harder to mastermind.
I think if you played tennis, you'd probably find it, probably take to it like a duck to water. Oh, what a lovely shot. Believable shot there from Inigo Joffre.
15-30.
Big pressure point here for Koke. Once again, his backhand serve. 30-all. Here the bench is getting increasingly animated.
That was amazing. Oh, that's unfortunate. So unlucky it hit the fence.
Gets another bite at it, though.
Oh, oh, two players ended up on the backside. First Rubio, and then that lunge at full stretch, Barahona.
And once again, they're forcing break points.
Now, watch here. Falls awkwardly. And then just bounces on the top of the fence and took that ball away from Barahona.
I think the look says it all. So two more break points, two chances to go 5-3 up in the second set.
It's short, it's too short.
And there is that break. It's been coming, hasn't it?
Yeah,
it has been coming.
Well, they managed to salvage 3 break points in this set. But I suppose you can't keep allowing your opponents in that situation where they do have break point opportunities. Eventually they'll win one, and they have done. And now serving to send this, well,
to another.
We saw it earlier
super tie
in the
break.
First match. Are we going to see another super tie break here in this men's doubles?
And then perhaps a mixed doubles.
50 love.
They have gone off the boil a little bit, though, Koke and Barahona.
I mean, still a long way to go in this match, but if we do see our first mixed doubles,
30 love.
Rubio Yaguno will take on Barahona Iglesias.
Love racing through this one. Just needs a little rest, doesn't he? And the way this is going, it's always hard to tell, but they're going to go into the tie-break with the momentum. So there you
Touch
go.
the net.
Second set.
There's the second set. I think it'll matter anyhow. Ruby puts it away. 6-3, 3-6. So we will once again have a super tie-break.
Well, if you missed the first super tie-break, it happened in the women's doubles. It's played to 10 points. You need to win by 2 clear points. You swap ends after 6, 12, 18 points. One serve, and then it's 2 serves, 2 serves, 2 serves throughout the tie-break. The first tie-break we saw, one team racing to 5-0 lead. They got paid back for winning that tie-break. Here, the momentum, as you pointed out, Paul, is definitely with Rubio and Joffre.
Absolutely. I think Barahona just needs to get a little mental reset as well. He looked a bit frustrated. He wasn't getting his shots in. after being outstanding in the first set. All
Missing
depends, I think.
some shots, Paul. Just quickly, also, not being allowed to hit those smashes. That's been a big difference. We're seeing, you know, the guys in white dominate the net, which they didn't do in the first set.
That's what they were aiming to do. They said that as they were sat down. It might even have been after about the third game of the second set. You know, we've just got to try and get to the net. And they've done that. So how will Barona and Coqui Nieto combat that? I think this is a moment where the coach starts to earn the corn.
Reset back out for this tie break.
This is the final set. Super direct, 10 points.
Confirmation there from the umpire.
I think it's a wise idea to have a super tiebreak rather than a third set as well, because otherwise the day here would just
and also,
be impossible to schedule.
For these players also, the fact they're playing in consecutive days, you know, to make sure that, you know, because the winning team and also the runners-up would have played on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday.
Not just consecutive days, but very possibly consecutive matches. Well done there from Coqui Nieto.
Just asking if you can change the order of serve in a super tiebreak.
Oh. Oh. Another O. The jewel of the OK Corral at the net.
Some of the best points from the previous match came in the super tiebreak.
It's a wee bit short, wasn't it, that from Nieto?
Really good hit.
1-all.
Boom, 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 boom. It's about 4 shots in 1 second.
Really good winner over the 3-meter wall fence.
And
2-1.
got into the net, but couldn't direct it into the right place. So
moved into the path of the ball. Barona.
2-1. Everything going with serves so far. Yeah, good choice of shot, I think.
Delightful lob. That's a really good lob. Return there from Rubio, who gets forward.
Once again, showing what a great player he is, Gonzalo Rubio.
Arkansas.
That first little mini break.
Chose the right time to attack the net.
Just died a little bit on him, didn't it?
Some behind.
Arkansas.
Inigo Joffre.
Joffre to serve.
Really important point. Still a long way to go in this tiebreak. Inigo Joffre to serve now. 3-2, a mini break to the good. Good point though, good serve. He was right at the net, forcing the mistake.
Oh, look at that. Barahona and Coqui Nieto
They just want to get on with it.
don't even go to the team bench. They come straight off the court, back onto the court, unlike, you can see on your screen here, Gonzalo Rubio and Inigo Joffre, who are there. Quick break, quick sip of water, a couple of words from the coach, and back onto the court again.
Yeah, they've not got much time, but I think that's a good idea. If they're saying that they're impatient, just make them wait a little bit.
Oh, great recovery.
Oh, well played again, Gonzalo Rubio.
Brilliant by Rubio.
5-2.
5-2.
Again, you just see how he just chooses the right moment. He has been doing that throughout the set. To take the 2 steps forward, to get closer above the ball, hit an attacking volley.
Well, it's only 1 mini break still, but they're 3 points, and it's a real chance to put some pressure on.
Which is, I think, this would be the first surprise
You see,
at the Cities Cup, because, I mean, they are slightly underdogs. I mean, favourites were Coqui Nieto and Barahona, if you look at the rankings of the players.
But as I said, Joffrey's coming here in really good form. And we saw Rubio, we know what Rubio can do, so needed to win that. Needs to win this next one as well.
Arkansas.
Really good contra pared again from Joffre.
Struggled to get that one back effectively, did well. He was always,
Really
always under pressure on that rest of that point, wasn't he?
Really struggling. They're on the back foot. Edging closer to the win. Arkansas matrix.
Two mini breaks to the good.
Being told, quédate, stay in that position, because it's not his normal playing position. They've switched, these two players. The first opportunity, they would try and switch back.
And once again, Inigo Joffre sees it out this time.
7-3, Arkansas.
Just went out for a quick mini break. Barahona, as we're watching this replay, he's back on court, just shaking double partner's hand, saying, "Vamos, come on." Down 7-3.
You can certainly come back from 2 mini breaks, but it's just the momentum. You just don't get the feeling they're going to.
That's going out.
Well, there's one of them.
7-4, Arkansas. For Nieto to serve.
again. Baron has left the court, just to wipe some sweat off his face, off his hands.
A little backhand again from Koke. This time into the net and another, how did they save that point?
Up against it throughout the point, and now just 2 points away from victory and a first point for Arkansas Matrix.
Once again, though, I just get the feeling there was a couple of opportunities where maybe Barahona could have unleashed one earlier and didn't, and resisted the temptation.
Doesn't seem as sharp.
No.
Maybe, you know, it's tiredness, you know, playing yesterday. Okay, it was easy result-wise, 6-1, 6-1, but still, you're out there, you're playing. It was just over an hour, and here again, they started really strongly. But I think they were seeing, I wouldn't say tiredness, but again, credit to their opponents, because they've been playing really well. Were unlucky in that first set. In the second set, they were excellent, and in this tie-break, they are dominating.
Yep. So, 2 serves now for Inigo Joffrey. If he wins them both, they win the match.
Again, Barona's left the court. Now, for the last 5 points, he's gone out for one reason or another. I think he's just taking a breather.
Never thought of trying to recollect his thoughts. Maybe just put a little bit of pressure on the rivals, make them think
Also,
about it.
Bit of gamesmanship.
Doesn't go. That one does. Maybe it's just that his palms are sweaty as well. 8-6.
Much needed. And he goes out again to get a towel.
Joffrey to serve.
He's really close to that one, is Gonzalo Rubio. So, match points.
Well, the first super tie break ended 10-6 in the first match of the day.
Barona to serve. That's not what he needed. Well, he saves one of them.
9-7, Arkansas.
Both came
And
forward.
there it is. Great block at the net. And there you go. Rubio and Joffrey come back after losing the first set. 3-6, 6-3, 10-7 to beat Javi Barahona and Koke Nieto. That means we will see our first mixed doubles in this tournament. We'll have Coque and Marina Guinart against Rubio and Patti Llaguno.
Congratulations to Arkansas Matrix. They picked up their first point at the Cities Cup. Now, regardless of what happens in this mixed doubles, Toronto Polo Bears have 4 points. They collected 3 on game day 1. They have 1 so far. That could be 2. So they would go into the final session, the final day, still with a chance to qualify, regardless of results elsewhere.
So as a normal post-match, Adidas presents our smash of the match. Plenty to choose from. And I think it's fitting it goes to the winners. Gonzalo Rubio wins our smash of the match.
Big hit off the side, or the paw 3 as they call it, as it's 3 meter high. And I suppose the players now have to warm up again because they've been sat there. Those that haven't been playing, because of course 2 of the players that have just finished their game will continue in the mixed doubles, and 2 of the players that were playing earlier today now have to warm up, having played their match, which was also a long match, which also went to a super tie-break.
Exactly. I don't know if Gonzalo Rubio will need to warm up or cool down after what he's done so far. But yeah, Patti Llaguno certainly will need to. They're just having a little chat down there at the dugouts, and I can see our man Julian is waiting at the back of the court. When we can, we'll be hearing words of wisdom from him, and also from Rubio and Joffre.
And also, we're gonna think, these players have to talk and then go out again and play. And you've got to be careful because you've just played a competitive match. You don't want to cool down too much, but you need to get some rest. You need to have those salt and minerals, top up on those liquids, stretch off, another warm-up, and it's not a full match. We'll tell you how the mixed doubles works in a moment. But before we do, time to hear from the winners in this second match here at the Cities Cup Day 2.
Well, we can see them at the far end. Okay, we have Gonzalo Rubio and Inigo Joffre with Julian.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a roller coasters of paddle emotions. This was truly a magnificent match. The Arkansas Matrix coming back from 1 set down and clinching the first point of the series on the super tiebreak. Inigo, tell me, how did you guys come back? It was truly a mesmerizing match.
Well, first of all, congrats Coqui and Barona, because they play very well. Coqui is one of the best left players of the world. And congrats Gonza, because he's a fighter, and now he have another battle, and maybe we can win. So let's go Arkansas.
Gonza, now you're playing the mixed doubles. Are you ready? And how did you guys feel when coming back from that match?
Well, a big win for the team. Congrats, my partner Inigo is doing a great effort, changing the side, but he can play in everywhere. And no time to celebrate. I had to play again because Inigo doesn't want to play. But now focus, because if we don't win now, it's for nothing. So we are fighting for the team and for our friend Charlie Moon. This is for Charlie.
Charlie. So let's get ready. In a few minutes, we're jumping into the mixed double match. Let's get it on.
Anita.
Well, we're seeing Victor Iglesias and Guinart warm up. I suppose a good thing, but only one of those 2 players will be taking part in the upcoming mixed doubles.
Yeah, let's have a look at the highlights from a match that's just finished, which, let's be honest, had plenty of highlights. First set, it did look as if Javier Barona and Coque Nieto were going to run away with it. Just the 1 service break, but they looked comfortable. They looked in control. They looked pretty much in control at the start of the second set, and then there was just like a subtle change, wasn't there? They got the break in the 5th game.
That's why it's so important. You know, it's best of 3 sets. You just got to stay in there. So, you know, a poor first set, it wasn't. They played well, but not well enough. They lost, but then they managed to pick themselves up, dust themselves down, back to work, tie it at 6-3, and we went to a super tie break.
Which was, it has to be said, they managed to maintain the momentum, didn't they? I think that's the thing, isn't it? That Gonzalo Rubio and Nino Gioffre kept the momentum going, whereas Coqui Nieto and Barona weren't able to do that. And well, what we're saying, look how close it is really in terms of points won, percentage. It's just those very, very fine margins. Just one extra gold point perhaps making the difference. In fact, I'm pretty sure if Barona and Nieto had won one of those gold points in the second set, they might have gone on to win it in straight sets.
A couple of key golden points we saw. They didn't fall the way. But now, coming up after break, the mixed doubles, the decider.